Hi, today's topic about Bayes' theorem. So, what is the Bayes' theorem? Bayes' theorem, named after 18th century British mathematician Thomas Bayes, is a mathematical formula for determining conditional probability. Conditional probability is the likelihood of an outcome occurring based on a previous outcome occurring. Bayes' theorem provides a way to revise existing predictions or theories given new or additional evidence. In finance, Bayes' theorem can be used to rate the risk of lending money to potential borrowers. Bayes' theorem is also called Bayes' rule or Bayes' law, is the foundation field of Bayesian statistics.
So, this is formula for Bayes' theorem. The probability of A being true given that B is true. The probability of B being true given that A is true. The probability of A being true. And the probability of B being true.
So there are 4 steps to solve that problem. Step 1 is figure out what your event A is from the question. The event that happens first, A, is being prescribed pain pills, that's given as 10%. Step 2. Figure out what your event B is from the question. Event B is being an addict, that's given as 5%.
Step 3. Figure out what the probability of event B, step 2, given event A, step 1. In other words, find what BA is. We want to know, given that people are prescribed pain pills, what's the probability they are an addict. That is given in the question as 8%. Insert your answer from step 1, 2, and 3 into the formula and solve. PAB equals to PAB multiply PA divided by PB equals to 1.08 multiply 1.1 divided by 1.5 equals to 1.16. The probability of an addict being prescribed pain pills is 1.16, 16%.
In conclusion, Bayes' theorem has several forms. The different forms can be used for different purposes.
For example, one version uses what Rudolf Carnap called the probability ratio.
The probability ratio rule states that any event, like patient having liver disease, must be multiplied by this factor. That gives on event probability conditionals on E. The odds ratio rule is very similar to probability ratio.
But the likelihood ratio divides a test true positive rate divided by its false positive rate.
So it's a formal definition of the odds ratio rule.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Evercover.
Thank you so much. And thanks so much.